Hi, Carlo. You okay?
I thank you. Fine.
Good stuff. Can we just check first of all on the fitness of James, Seamus Coleman, Tom Davis, and also Robin Olsen? Are they going to be fit for Thursday?
We have training in the afternoon, and I cannot give to you the precise information about this. I think that we have to go. We are going to check this player in training if they are available or not. For sure, will not be Mina, Delph, and Gabaman out for sure. The others we have to check today.
Okay. A good win on Monday against Southampton. Gareth Southgate was there to see it. And there's speculation he was impressed by Ben Godfrey. I mean, how impressed have you been with Ben Godfrey this season? And is he playing well enough to play for England?
Who is not impressed about Ben Godfrey? He's doing really well. We are really pleased, really happy to have him. For sure, I think that with his performances, it is absolutely normal that the manager of England has a look on him.
What about the schedule at the moment, Carlo? You played on Monday, you're playing on Thursday, you're playing on Monday again at Chelsea. I mean, is it fair for your players? I mean, and will you be resting players on Thursday for the Chelsea game on Monday?
Well, honestly, we are not thinking about the Chelsea game because we have an important game tomorrow, important 3 points, difficult game because West Bromwich, it seems that in the last 3 games had a lot of consistency. They were unbeaten. They had 2 clean sheets. So we are focused there. Chelsea game will come and we want to be ready tomorrow.
But what do you think of the schedule? I mean, you've rotated the team for 22 straight games now. West Brom are playing Newcastle on Sunday, which is a massive game for them. They may have to rest players for that. I mean, is the schedule fair, do you think?
I think it's the schedule that we have to be able to manage. We are not complaining about the schedule. It's true that there are a lot of games. There is a busy time. We had the 10 days before the game against Southampton, so we had time to prepare well the team for this game. No complaint for this. Rotation will be important to avoid injury, to keep all the players motivated.
And just finally on this game, I mean, how tough are West Brom going to be? Because as you say, they're showing some real spirit, even though they're second bottom, aren't they?
Yeah, of course. As I said, they fight against United. They won against Brighton. It seems that they have more consistency and they are fighting for the relegation. So I am sure that they will be really motivated for this game. And we as also we have to be strong and motivated.
Thank you.
Hugh Ferris from Premier League Productions.
Hi, Carlo. Just on the West Brom game, how much are the games against Fulham and Newcastle that you played? I appreciate they were at home, but how much are they a cautionary tale for you?
I think we didn't so well with this kind of teams, above all at home. Away, I think that the run was good. Also with this team, we had a good. We had a lot of good result away. I hope the same. But of course, we have to be worried. We have to pay attention because all the games are really complicated and really difficult. Every game is an example of this because also against Southampton, it was not an easy game. It was really difficult. Also, if the run of Southampton is this moment is not so good, but they have fighting spirit and will be the same tomorrow, I think, against West Bromwich.
The reaction on the final whistle that you gave, Carlo, to the end of the Southampton game suggested that you knew how significant it was. Was that because you ended the run at home or because you, like the fans, maybe thought this is a turning point and you started to believe a little bit more about the progress that you can make?
Both of them. I think that above all because the run at home was not good enough and we needed to have consistency at home. I think at the games in the sense shows the good concentration of the team, good spirit. So I think that the players in this moment are really involved. They really are really focused in what we can achieve this season. I think they understand that it can be an important season, not only for the future of the club, but for the future of every one of us.
And you mentioned after the game about Richarlison, who's got these 3 in 3 Premier League games, 5 in 5 in all, that you're using him slightly differently. Is that because of Dominic being injured, or are you using him slightly differently? And how is that?
No, I think that a little bit, not too much. His position is changed against Southampton. We played with a diamond in midfield, and we moved a little bit on the right, Dominique, and Richarlison as usually plays center left. So he's less involved defensively in that position, and so he can use more his ability and quality forward.
Alistair McGowan from the BBC, please.
Hi, Carlo.
Hi.
You mentioned on Monday after the game that you were keen to win against West Brom so that you could touch the top 4, and you weren't sure how long it would be. I think Liverpool and Chelsea are obviously playing tomorrow night, a couple of hours later. So would there still be a value in touching the top 4, even if it's for a few hours?
Yeah, I forgot that there was that game, and maybe Liverpool or Chelsea can be the top 4, but it doesn't matter. We want to be there. We want to get 3 points tomorrow, and just to see how feel. Apart this, I think 3 points are important to stay in that fight, and I'm sure that the situation of the European position will be decided at the last game, and we want to be there at the last game. If we are able to be there until the last game, could be good for us.
Is it something, the Champions League, is it something that you've spoken to the players about? You have such huge experience in the competition. Do they ask you questions about what it's like to play in the Champions League?
I think for the career of the player, of every player, for their ambition is to play at the best, at the top, and the Champions League is the top competition. And so for this reason, I think that the motivation of the player is really high to play that kind of competition. Is a step forward for their careers.
James Mountford, Radio Merseyside, please.
Hi, Carlo. I just
Hi.
wonder what you made of the reintroduction of Alan to the team against Southampton, and what impact he brought to the final result.
I think it was good because after 2 months, maybe you are not fit 100%, but I think that the staff worked hard on him, and he was fit, in good condition, motivated. He wanted to play. Now, of course, he is a player that we have to check today if he has recovered properly, and to see if he can play tomorrow also. So we have to take care a little bit after 2 months out, but his performance was really, really good. As usual, because Alan is always like this. His performance is consistency all the time. It's not up and down like maybe players that they have better technical quality, but his consistency is really high and always at the top.
Sam Allardyce has sat in the chair that you're sitting in right now. What's your relationship like him? What do you make of him as a manager and a person?
I met him. I spent some time with him when he was at the Blackburn. I think that I was in Chelsea. He's a good guy. I have a good relationship. I respect him as a manager. He's doing his job at West Brom. That is not easy, but the relationship is good.
Ian Abrahams, Talksport.
Hi, Carlo. How are you?
Fine, you?
Not bad, thank you. You're 2 points off the top four with a game in hand. How do you keep down expectations? Because for years, everyone said Everton should be a top 6, top 4 team, and now you've taken them there seemingly. So how are you going to play down expectations in the last 12 games?
I think we are pleased to be in the fight, and we have to use our test. The expectation is a motivation for us. I think that the expectation is high. That is absolutely normal for a club that had fantastic history, and we want to be back as they were in the past. This is absolutely normal. The expectation is not a bad word, in my opinion. It's a good word because it keeps you motivated. We need to, I think it's important to have ambition. In this sense, we have this kind of ambition.
And you're playing Chelsea on Monday. I know you've got a couple of games before that. You're playing Chelsea on Monday, which is March the 8th. If I take you back to March the 8th, 2020, I stood at Chelsea and spoke to you after the game there. And after that game, pretty much everything in this country changed, maybe forever, or certainly for the last year. Can I ask you what your observations have been over the last year? 'Cause it's been, if I said to you then, it would be a year without fans, a year, football the way it's been, you probably wouldn't have believed me.
I think it was the worst day of my time at Everton. That game, that was not a good game, and after that there was a suspension for the pandemic, so it was not a good period. After 1 year, I can say that we are different. We are different.
I mean, in terms of the whole year itself and what we've all been through in this year.
But for the fact that we are going to play the 8th of March, the same day, fortunately, I'm not superstitious, and so not too much superstitious, and so I think we can play our game.
Brilliant. Good luck. Thank you.
Ian Parker, Press Association.
Hi, Carlo. I just wanted to ask Sam Allardyce at West Brom. They've obviously, like you mentioned earlier, they've had this little run now, 3 games unbeaten. Are we starting to really see the Allardyce impact on West Brom, the work that he's done with them in terms of giving them that opportunity of survival?
I think that that West Brom is this moment is playing like Allardyce wants, strong defensively, strong in contact, good organization defensively. That is not a coincidence that the last 2 games they didn't concede a goal. Of course, they were a little bit lucky against Brighton because Brighton missed 2 penalties, but the consistency defensively is there, and to find opportunity for us will not be easy tomorrow.
Jim Conlon, please.
Hi, Carlo. I'm just
Hi.
asking there about West Brom. In terms of their January transfer window, they brought in some real quality players, and then Danga from Galatasaray seems to be a real find for them.
West Brom made some good signings in January.
Mhm.
The guy they brought in from Galatasaray has been particularly effective for them.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. They improved the squad in January transfer window. They are really better. As I said before, they have more consistency. It's more difficult against them to find a solution in front.
Okay, thank you. That concludes the open section of the